Alright guys, welcome indeed to the brand new Path of Exile Mercenaries of Trarthus League, as well as the new Secrets of the Atlas. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, first off, you're going to have to make a new character. So, go ahead and create one, and make sure that the Mercenaries one is already selected. Do not select any of these. This is going to be for brand new players that have never played Path of Exile before, so you do want to select Mercenaries. This is kind of like Diablo Seasons if it's your first time here. This full walkthrough guide is going to get you from the start all the way to the end game. So for starters, we're going to go ahead and create our class. We're going to lock in Ranger. I really recommend you guys to watch this on like another monitor too, so you guys can kind of follow it side by side, as Path of Exile is not an easy game at all. We're going to put like Merc, so then that way I know it's for like the Mercenaries of Trarthus, which is the new, it's like season league. We're going to go ahead and skip all the tutorials, but I'll talk about how the game works. So in the very beginning, the first thing you actually want to do in the game is go to the options here. There's a lot of these settings. You guys can kind of change this to whatever you want. Oh, also, want to mention real quick, since I have this little picture here, there is Twitch drops available. So if you guys want to follow me over on Twitch, same exact username, Slaydra over there. You guys can get free cosmetics by just watching the stream. It's just like something that they do, which is awesome. All right, so anyways, for starters over here, one thing that really helps out is if you go check out the graphics, you guys can kind of change certain things to your liking. However, there are a few things that I think are really important to mention for newer players, because by default, these aren't changed. Landscape transparency, turn this all the way to the left. And then the map transparency, you can change this to your own liking. But as far as map zoom, zoom all the way out. These two in particular are very, very important here. And then if you want to change any of your keybinds, feel free to go ahead and do so, or change any of the settings. So they're similar to mine, feel free to go ahead and do so. But the most important thing is really specifically the change to the landscape. Anyways, in the very beginning, you're going to go ahead and click on this bow. You're going to equip it. And we'll talk to the NPC. He's going to get attacked. And then we'll go ahead and left click on him. It's going to drop an item. We're going to put in this gem inside of our bow. The green gems go in the green sockets. That's kind of how this game works. But you can also change any of your keybinds. I like to move with certain buttons. Everyone has different preferences, but on this left click, I really like having it move only, so you don't accidentally automatically attack a target. But over here on the left, that is our life, and the right side is the mana. When the mana goes all the way out, you can't use abilities that use mana. So in the very beginning, we just had our left click, which was our regular attack. However, that skill gem that we put in is called Burning Arrow. It will give us a skill to play around with. And we'll talk about links in a moment here. And keep in mind, since this is an action RPG like Diablo, which is what I'm going to kind of reference a few times here, because a lot of my viewers come from Diablo and they want to play, Path of Exile. So if you hit tab, you guys can see that like map over here, and you can also see in the top right. You're going to come across this chest from the start. It's usually really close by. You want to click on it. It's going to give you a support gem. This is a support gem. It does not grant us a skill, but it grants a link to the skill. So instead of it just being Burning Arrow right now, that just is Burning Arrow, now we have the ability to gain swiftness, which gives us increased movement speed, which is awesome. So if you want to see what gems work with which skill, you can see supportable skills Burning Arrow. We only have one right now, so we don't really have any other options, but it'll basically give us additional speed, and we utilize it. If you see any items on the ground, pick them up. If you guys do need like a POB, if you guys are familiar with the game, you're like, I kind of want to just follow your build, yeah, feel free to go and do so. I'll leave this also in the pinned of the video, as well as this is from like last league over here, but I'll put a bunch of timestamps also for very specific quests, as you need to do certain quests to get skill points in the game. But yeah, if you guys need like the skill tree or anything, like maybe I was too fast, it will all be linked down below for each part of our play session, which will make things really smooth. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and now continue. But you can keybind your Burning Arrow to whatever. Later, we will be changing skills, and feel free to play with any skill that you like, as long as it does elemental damage, for the sake of this walkthrough newer player's guide. As Path of Exile is a really hard game. So it doesn't really teach you stuff, but like playing Ranger makes the game very, 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 very easy for beginners. It's the most beginner friendly. This and Minions are kind of my go-tos for recommendations. The reason why is bow is very, very cheap, and it can scale really, really well too. And the reason why it is relatively cheap is because so many people play it. so you get a lot of their hand-me-downs. So, anyways, we just killed the first boss over here. We absolutely destroyed him, no competition. But now we open up the skill tree, and you're going to see a bunch. It's going to seem overwhelming at the start, but what we're going to do is we're going to get some extra accuracy, which is our chance to hit, and projectile damage. If you want to see what the skill does in terms of like what kind of tags it hits, we have attack, projectile, fire, bow. So it has all those tags, so it works with it. And then now we're going to go into town. And in the very beginning, pick up every single item that you see on the ground because we're going to use it for other crafting materials later. If you do happen to get a bow that has like 3 links, see how this one has a little like gold in between? That means they're linked. That means it works with the other skill. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and talk to the NPCs. All of them with the exclamation mark on their head will basically give us a quest. Then now what we're going to do is we're going to sell all of the items. We could identify. We have to use a scroll of identity, which is called the wisdom in here. This one gives us extra armor. We can go ahead and run this. Cool. A little bit of a boost. But pretty much all the other items we're just going to sell for these scroll fragments. When we get 5 scroll fragments, we then get a scroll of wisdom. So we're just going to trade off a lot of like the trash items here for that. And then we get a reward, so we can get split arrow, ice shot. Ice shot is actually a fantastic skill. I actually really recommend this or a split arrow. It's up to you. I actually really like leveling up with ice shot because it's elemental and it just gives you some damage in the very beginning. So what we're going to do is now we're going to put ice shot if you want to. If you want to use burning arrow, that's fine, but ice shot has better clear. Split arrow has good clear too, but its single target is a little bit lacking. Now what we can do is we can go purchase items. So right now I have 3 scrolls of wisdom. In the very beginning, you do want to try, if you can see an iron ring, to grab it. I know it's really small. It says 1 to 4 physical damage, but it actually adds up quite a bit. You can also go to this other NPC and check if he has boots with movement speed. You can type in NN here, and it'll highlight any items that would have like movement. You could type movement, but the easy way is just type in NN, and that will also give you movement speed, but it's only on boots. There's also different items that they could sell that you may want. Oh, that was actually a pretty good item for 1 scroll of wisdom. Wow, I really want this. Now, we are almost there with the fragments here. So if I go here and sell this, actually we can shift click, and then we can get 2 of these, and then that will make this 1. And then now with this NPC, I can actually get a 3 link. Awesome. That's going to be very helpful for us. So we're going to save this. Now, if the game is random, just like, Diablo, like the weapon drops, the NPCs, they're all going to be different. But from the base over here, from Lionai's Watch, we are going to exit. Oh, maybe I should have done it. Okay, here. From the base here, there's a waypoint system, which we will unlock just like in, Diablo or any other action RPGs. But we're going to walk to the coast over here and exit, and then we're going to go to the next zone. So there's actually 2 exits in the coast, and we actually want to go do a optional side quest to get a movement speed buff. Yeah, in the very beginning, you can feel free to pick up everything. Oh, also when you swap skills, you're going to have to re-keybind. So the burning arrow does burn damage, and it does like a damage over time. The ice shot is really fantastic for leveling up until we get the lightning arrow. And so what ice shot does is it hits a target, and then anything behind it, it will also take damage. It shoots it kind of like in a cone. So it's a little bit better for clear. But you can run split arrow if you want to as well. That's not a bad option. Let's see where we got to go. Sometimes they kind of move around the map as the seasons go and progress, because that way it feels a little bit more refreshing. But most of the maps will be RNG, but there are certain like map layouts that if you play the game for long enough, you'll kind of learn these things. But yeah, the reason why I really like uploading these Path of Exile guides once in a while is because there's always newer players coming out into the game. I have a lot of people that followed me from, let's say, Diablo. And, also, your gems in this game level up. If you play Path of Exile 2, it's similar in that sense, but you don't have to use, like, the uncut skill gems or anything like that to level them up. They just automatically level up. It's actually quite nice. Since we are evasion-based... Oh, that guy's doing some damage. Since we are evasion-based with our character... getting things with evasion rating can be more advantageous for us because we scale percent evasion rating versus armor. It's not necessarily bad to have armor, but overall you get more bang for your buck when you just go evasion. unless you invest into armor, which it is a thing that you can do. Path of Exile, especially Path of Exile 1, you get so much more freedom. Oh, if you're ever out of mana, don't worry, it happens. You can pop your flasks over here. They're all coordinated to you, the buttons. Ooh, we got another 3-link, wow. And if you see any of these, I have what's called a loot filter, and it changes the way certain items will look when they actually drop on the floor. And we're going to go level up this one as well. If you do want a loot filter, I do have a guide that goes over that, but don't feel like you have to get this thing now. With Path of Exile, a lot of times it can be overwhelming with the amount of content that you need to like see before you even start the game. If you guys want that, I will also link that in the pin. I have a video guide on that as well. But pretty much we're just attacking and moving. But going back to what I was talking about, if you see any red, blue, and green linked, see how they have a link? There's like this little gold thing in between, connecting the little circles. What that does is allows you to trade it at the NPC for a chromatic orb. So we're going to come up to the waypoint over here, but there's 2 exits here. So we're going to grab what's called the medicine chest. We also have another passive point where you're going to get extra attack speed so the game feels better earlier on. So there's Tidal Island. Make sure you get this waypoint because we will be coming back to it. So there's 2 exits here. There's the mud flats and then the other side over here, which is where we want to go. We want to go to the Tidal Island. So the Tidal Island over here is an optional quest, but it's pretty much done by 99% of players. And the reason why is because this will grant us what's called a Quicksilver Flask. It's a kind of like a potion, but it just increases your movement speed, and we're going to be using it a lot. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack and move. Go and grab the belt. And I think we just also got a chest piece that maybe we can identify. Let's see if it rolls with anything good. But yeah, that chest piece will be pretty nice because it's already linked. The bows actually do the same amount of damage. Actually, hold on, this is a little bit more damage. We can actually just... Oh, this is requires level 5. So soon we'll be able to use that bow, and then on top of that we'll be able to maybe modify the bow and add some modifiers onto it. And once we get to level 5, I'll show you some of the other small things that could convert your items, which is very, very useful. So we're just going to shoot and move, shoot and move. It's kind of like the key with this game is you don't want to hold still. You shoot once, and move. But yeah, this is great. And then we got a leather cap over here, which I believe will give us some evasion instead of this armored cap that we have. So with this boss, you definitely want to shoot once and move, just because if he hits you with the ice shards and it does freeze you, it's very high potential for you to get frozen, because he's going to apply a chill to you. And when you're frozen in Path of Exile, it's not a good time. Just like in any action RPG. But yeah, we'll go through the entirety of the campaign, and I'll show you guys how to manage the game. So all the green items are quest items. Some items, they're like a lot larger than others, so you gotta play inventory Tetris. And then we're gonna grab this portal scroll. Now what we can do, oh, we got another iron ring. That's really great. What we're gonna do, instead of walking all the way back, what you can do is use a portal. Now, in the very beginning, they don't give you portals as often as you would want. So what you can do to save time is just go to the login or character selection. I would just go to character selection. Now keep in mind, Path of Exile is an older game, so it should load pretty fast. But in the earlier, like the first week of the game, there's so many people that sometimes the servers get stressed. So you can just use a portal. But in the very beginning, I only have one portal right here, so it's not really necessary. Now we're going to go talk to Nessa, and we're going to get this item. This is what we went there for, the Quicksilver Flask. And we get a new support gem. So we have Volley Support, which will give us additional projectiles. Or we can get Mirage Archer, which gives us a little turret that goes above our head and then starts shooting. Both of these are awesome. I'm going to actually recommend to get both, but we're probably going to need to get some items first. So what I want to get is Mirage Archer first, over here. And remember, we have that 3-link coming up very soon, so I'm really excited about that. And then we're going to go and get this equipped so we can get evasion rating. This one over here we do want to keep, but the rest of these we're just going to sell. So we're going to hold control, and we can just left click on items, just like Diablo thing is just like right click. But see, we get these chromatic orbs. These change the colors of the sockets in our items, and that will come later to be actually pretty important. Also, if you want to try out any of the other gems, you can purchase them from the NPC for a scroll of wisdom. I don't have one right now, but actually if we swap this life flask and then we sell this flask, we can get a scroll fragment. And again, every 5 equals 1 wisdom. And then now what I want to do, let's see, ooh, this, we can get some extra life regen. Okay, this is a small amount, but honestly, I kind of like having this transmute, but we'll get another one of these later. It's not that big of a deal. There's also some mana regen. Some of these other things will cost different currencies that we don't have yet, but we'll definitely get a bunch later. Having some extra life regen, this one's the highest. It's just in the very beginning. It's not bad to go ahead and grab. We have a scroll of wisdom, and if we want to purchase the volley support, it's just 1 wisdom scroll. We can again talk to all the NPCs and check out their inventories if we want to. But now what we're going to do is we're going to use the waypoint here, and we're going to go back to that spot that had like kind of like the 2 split areas. And remember I said to go do the medicine chest so we can get the quicksilver flask. So now that we have this, we're going to continue into the mud flats. So this is the area that we want to go to. And then you can see we have the quicksilver flask and we just applied it. Oh, also let's go ahead and get more attack speed here. I like attack speed in the very beginning because it makes the game feel more responsive. But I would say if it's your first time, just copy exactly what I show off, because Path of Exile is not a very friendly game, and you can permanently mess up your character if you select certain things like Chaos Inoculation, which people have definitely done before, and it bricks your character until you get an Orb of Regret. But they have actually made some newer changes in the game. Make sure, by the way, you always level up your gems. But we're almost level 5, and once we're level 5, we're going to be able to use that brand new bow, and that bow will allow us to have a multi-link. Oh, we have a scroll of wisdom over here, actually. You can see if this is any good. This one gives us 6 maximum life. Okay, cool. So this one over here, see how it has the 3 links? I was going to use it in the bow, but it's fine. We just got lucky, and we got another thing that has it. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to right-click on Ice Shot, put that in here, then I'm going to put the Mirage Archer and the Volley Support. Now, our skill is going to cost more mana, but it's going to be awesome. So now we shoot 3 arrows, which, you know, 3 is much better than 1. And then on top of that, you can see above our head, and now we can still level up the other gem, by the way. It's totally fine. If I maybe want to go back to the gem or whatever later, that's an option. But inside of the mud flats, what we're looking for is these 3 seashells for the next quest. Make sure again that you're always popping your mana flask. We're going to grab these green items as a quest item. So there's 3 seashells to collect. By the way, these things can hit for a lot of damage. And another thing I want to mention with Path of Exile is the game is very hard. So if you die, don't worry, man. This game is, again, not beginner friendly at all. But yeah, we're going to collect 3 of these little seashells. Level up again. We're going to get more attack speed. More attack speed. And if you want to see where we go on the skill tree, feel free to again put that. Oh, this is new. Oh, this is cool. This is one of the new mechanics. This is going to be brand new content for me too. Let me go and clear it out a little bit around it, because a lot of times what happens is the new league mechanic is super overtuned. Like, even though I have thousands of hours and completed the campaign so many times with 0 deaths throughout all the bosses in the game, the new league mechanic is almost always overtuned. So we can.
My gear, recruit me, or send me.
I want to recruit that.
That's the Trarthus code.
Do we have any gold? I don't know if we have any gold. Can we hire them?
Come on.
Okay, so we have to duel, and then we get to have this mercenary. Oh, I knew it was going to be super overtuned. They're almost always so overtuned, and then people complain day 1 because it did a lot of damage actually. But we'll take him down.
There's one thing us Trarthus suspect. It's strength, and you showed yours.
Okay.
You lead, I'll follow.
Awesome. So now we have this mercenary. Cool. Now, what you can do, you have several options. You can kill them and take their gear, but you can't, like, remove their gear. You can always replace their gear, but you can see they have a bunch of skills. So now I got a companion throughout my entirety of my playthrough. Or we could have fought them and just took their item. I want to have them as our, like, little mercenary, because that's the point of the new season and the league. So remember, again, 3 seashells. We got all 3 here. And we're going to move to the next zone. But that's really cool that we already got a mercenary. Remember, again, that red, blue, green? You want to pick those up. And let's see, we're kind of running out of... Oh, there's 2 areas that you can go to. You don't want to go to the feeded pool. This is another optional quest, but this quest, as a reward, will give you respec points. So let's keep on going. And I like that we have this little mercenary with us. Ah, wait, what? Wow. Mercenaries. Oh, this is pretty cool. So when you play Path of Exile and you're playing with a party member, it does actually increase your drops. And this one gives us a boost of the monster life, but it also counts as half of players' party for loot scaling. So we're actually getting more loot. And then we also get, the monsters do have more HP, but it should be worth it in most cases. Judging by the monster or the NPC, they're actually doing okay damage. Look, yeah. It's not crazy OP damage, but
One shot, one kill.
they are taking quite a bit of damage, though, looking at how much HP they have. But now what we can do is we can try something fun. So this has what's called, this is an Orb of Transmute. We're going to actually swap to this bow because it's more links. But on top of that, we can use an Orb of Transmutation. And what this does is going to make it from a white item to a blue item. So it's going to add a mod. Now we got some extra damage. Cool. We get increased physical damage and accuracy rating. The stats are pretty low. Let's hopefully see something even more, either more powerful. So we can see that they have different skills. They have Flame Wall, which I'm wondering if this allows us to like combo with it, because this is like a different player, or we can fight them and take their items. Or, oh, this is really good. So what I want to do instead, we can hire them. I wish it showed how much gold we have, because, oh, it's right there, 52. But I feel like I should show it here. Anyways, this coral ring is kind of nice, but honestly, I don't really want anything except for these orbs of transmutation. So I want to take this item. So let's go ahead and take items. So we're going to challenge them for a duel, but we're going to take an item. I want these transmutes. So now we're going to actually battle this. Ooh, but this is actually very dangerous. Like I said, they're almost always overtuned. Even though, like, it wasn't really that difficult for us to kill it last time, in terms of damage compared to everything else, it was definitely scaled way harder.
Take your trophy and go.
Okay, so we got an elite, and now we get the rewards. So that was cool. I would say as far as rewards go, that was pretty rewarding. Oh, we got some mittens. And so we're going to go ahead and transmute these as well. And get some extra life regen. Let's see, what else do we have? So we don't have to waste all the transmutes, but in the very beginning, like, if they're going to be generous with a bunch of currency, that's great. Just try not to use any chaos orbs or orbs of alchemy. You can go to the Path of Exile trade website and get like way better gear. But right now, what we're going to do inside of the submerged passage is we're going to be looking for, oh, our gems level up. Good. Again, you got to upkeep all your gem ups. But what we're looking for is an area to go down in the ground, and then we're going to be fighting a boss. Remember, always pop your mobility flask. It's called a Quicksilver flask. And later, we will not have to deal with potions. I always try to make my build guide super beginner friendly. And one thing that's annoying that I like to solve really fast is mana problems. Because you want to push the skill that does damage, right? It's like in Diablo, they have like the basic skills that cost no mana. You don't usually want to just spam those all the time. You want to do the thing that does damage. Unless that's like, your build. So there's 2 exits also in what's called the submerged passage. So there is like a speedrun strategy that like you go out there, you can make a portal here, go back, and then warp back. But we want to go in the submerged passage and look for this boss called Dweller in the Deep. Or actually, let's see. Small little sliver. The reason why is this is going to give us a skill point. There we go. Here it is. And we got another skill point. And then we get this big one, which gives us even more damage, which is fantastic. And so a lot of times the best way to get an advantage in Path of Exile is just shoot and move. It just makes the campaign so much faster. And the Ranger is really great because there's a decent amount of like free extra movement speed that you can get, and it just makes things a lot smoother. But I like having this little companion. I think it is quite enjoyable. I wish they were a little bit faster in their mobility. Oh, they even have dash. That's cool. But later we will probably replace the mercenary. As far as I'm aware of, because this is the new season mechanic, there's going to be stuff that I'm going to have to learn. But you can only have one mercenary at a time, but you can have like 2 extras on standby. Right now what we really want to get is boots with movement speed. That's like the huge advantage in the game. You can also maybe get a turret soon. But I think you can also equip your mercenary with gear. Cool. Now I got some extra survivability on my mercenary. So we're coming up to our first essence, and it's going to be a boss, but the boss isn't really super difficult. But it's going to give us a essence of hatred. Wow, that's really good. So hopefully we can get a new upgrade on our bow here pretty soon. Okay. So it looks like they die for like 5 seconds and they come back. It's actually pretty cool. What's this? Order to me. Oh, you can gain extra skills for your mercenaries. That's cool. That's brand new. So again, shoot and move, shoot and move. Oh. Is this, we have to activate them again? Let's see how it works. Again, this boss in the very beginning is actually pretty rough. Oh, you have to spend gold to revive the mercenary. Okay. And then do we have to call it again? Or how does it come back? Is it coming back in a couple seconds? I don't know where the heck this mercenary is. Looks like we might have to go back to town to revive them. Which is okay, I guess I'll do it. Looks like they may have some trouble on bosses. But if they do die, it does keep it...
that would only slow me down.
It like lowers the difficulty. We only have 1 scroll wisdom. Let's see. 41. I'd rather have the extra HP for now. But we could get this plate vest as well. Alright, that one was a 3-link, but we already have a 3-link, so that's fine. Alright, so now we can walk back, or we can use the waypoint. We have 2 different options. I'm just going to go ahead and use this. And I do want to revive my mercenary. Looks like there's another one of those mercenary outposts here. And I like how we get it so early on. So maybe I want to hire this guy. Oh, he has Screaming Eagle. Well, he has 2 orbs of alchemy. Wait, that's actually really good. For like this early on to get alchemies? Wow, I'm actually impressed. They're making this a very rewarding league. I'm going to take these orbs of alchemy because it's going to give us a huge advantage. But I also want to... we can go see how this revive mechanic works, because I'm actually genuinely curious to see how it works. But he might be actually someone that we could hire, but I actually really want...
Kayaks and steel never fail.
Reserve. Oh, so you can make them wait. How do I have them in my party again? Like... They kind of died, and I never got them to come back. I don't know if we have to go back to town to like revive them or what, but let's see. So, right now we can get Shrapnel Ballista, we can get Puncture, Bear Trap, Sniper's Mark. This is a pretty good thing to get actually early on, because it lets you split. But I really like having Shrapnel Ballista early on, and then we also get Dash. Okay, there we go. And we actually get another book of skill point. We actually did several quests, like there's like the seashells, and then we killed the other like boss. And we have an extra skill point. This one is kind of nice because it gives us more HP, but I want to get this one first. I really like getting this because it gives you 5% movement speed. It sounds small, but like majority of Path of Exile's entirety of the campaign is like moving from point A to point B. This is red, blue, green. That's cool. And then maybe this chain, I don't know if we're going to be able to use this chain vest because we'll have requirements that we won't reach until we get like this extra strength and int. And we don't even have enough, actually, in the other department of the Scrolls of Wisdom to identify these yet. Now, you can sell these unidentified, but you'll see they'll give us Transmute Shards, which isn't bad, because then we can get Orb of Transmute once we get enough. But I probably won't have the requirements of, like, the Strength and Int anyway, so it's fine. I just don't really want to clog up my inventory with extra items for now. So what I want to do now is I want to use that Shrapnel Ballista, and... you'll see that the momentum support does work with it. So we're going to have an extra skill. So we're going to go and I'm going to make my right click my Shrapnel Ballista. I don't think we really need this one. It just makes your mercenaries. Let's see. Recalls any mercenary to your location. Recalled mercenaries are healed for a portion. Oh, wow. That's actually interesting. I want to see if we can just put that on left click so it automatically activates, like, you know, Steel Skin or something like that. But we don't have enough to buy any other gems right now. But later we'll get a lot more stuff. Like Sniper's Mark is a really good thing because it makes it so the projectile can hit one enemy then hit others. So now we're going to go back and hopefully my sniper is revived. Oh, Grace Period. Where's my mercenary? I activated the little like thing. I'm not sure why it didn't come back, but we're going to go ahead. Like I said, Screaming Eagle is pretty nice for leveling because it gives you movement speed. But like getting 2 Orbs of Alchemy is insane. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Orbs of Alchemy. We're going to set up some turrets here. And it's going to make the battle way easier. Oh! Wow, that damage was insane. Like I said, Path of Exile always does this. In the very beginning, the things are just so overtuned. What the heck is the damage, man? Is so much damage. It's like this is more damage than like the end of the game boss, like for the act boss.
Take your trophy.
Okay, now we got an upgrade on our flasks, so that's cool. So now he leaves, but I kind of wanted to have my other mercenary come back. So I thought it said that we could revive them for 4 gold. Maybe I have to talk to a certain NPC in town. We'll do that in the next checkpoint. Then again, when you do get the drops... Oh, wait, hold on. This is a dead end. We gotta go all the way around. And this will be a very common thing with action RPGs where it's like... There's like a small sliver of an area that you didn't go to, and that's where you needed to go. But now we're gonna go from the Flooded Depths back to... Submerged Passage. And from the Submerged Passage, we want to go to the Ledge, which is the other area that we found first. It's kind of random on which one you're going to find first. Oh, our mercenary's back. Oh. Oh, okay. So I think they revive in the next zone. Ah, okay. That's weird that you'd think that if you went back to town, they would just revive. Unless that was some sort of special condition where, like, that boss in particular wasn't going to let us. Let's see, what do we got? We got 2 transmutes. Do we have anything that's... Oh, we do have another ring. Oh, actually, we can show off this. Jewelry, we can get increased cold damage. That's cool. This is actually good for bows as well. So what this will do is it'll make it from a white item, and it will upgrade it into a yellow item, and it'll guarantee the stats depending on what you put it on. So if it's on a bow, one thing that's going to be great is we will get to have guaranteed cold damage on the bow, which is awesome. We also have 2 Orbs of Alchemy, which is awesome. We can actually use this to maybe even get a small item later. We'll do trading in Act 2. There's a total of 10 acts in the game, and so we're going to go get this nice little node over here. But yeah, we're going to rush a node that's going to give us big damage. But there is one drawback, which is we cannot crit. But because we don't have any crit chance in the very beginning, it's just like objectively the best route for leveling. Oh, cool. So I would say this league is actually very rewarding. Like just right off the start, like fantastic for loot. Which is good, because sometimes we have leagues that just like, it just feels like painful, like we just don't get the loot. Oh, also, what I have on W is the dash skill. Put it on whatever button you can just hold down. Okay. So like, I hold down Q, and then I also just tap W, or you can hold down W. So you can hold down a movement button for your character, and then also hold down like your like walk. It just makes the whole game a lot faster. It will use mana, but like, it's fine. We're okay on that. There's going to be the boss over here. He's going to throw down these lightning things, and that do pretty good damage. But I'll show you when they come out. And you just don't want to get hit by that. The little nova. Okay, this is what you don't want to get hit by. So don't stand in that. Hopefully our mercenary won't die again, because that's going to be very annoying if the mercenaries consistently die. Okay, we got some shoes. Oh.
Clock's ticking.
Wait, we can hire again? Wait, what? That was weird. That was a glitch. Did you guys see that? It was gonna let me hire someone.
Just what I needed.
Oh, okay. So mercenaries can't join an area that they were just killed at. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh, on any of the bosses, always try to throw down a bunch of turrets beforehand. It makes the game way easier. I've got a padded vest. That's gonna be nice. Let's go ahead and identify this. See if we can run this. Cool. Oh, it's gonna run into our 3-link right here. But it does give us some energy shield and max life. It's okay. It's really not that big of a deal. Let's go see if this thing is any good. Get regen, life per second. Ah, that's fantastic. We're gonna go swap to this. I like life regen. Let's see what this guy offers, because our other guy keeps on dying, and I really don't like that. This NPC over here. Do I want anything off them? Not really, but I'm gonna go ahead and actually hire them. Okay, this will replace it. Okay, so replace it.
Best to me. Or
Oh, also we have a skill point. Let's lock this in so we can get extra crit. But again, we're gonna want as much attack speed in the very beginning. I promise you, it'll make the game feel way better. So the fact that they apply vulnerability is really disgusting. I feel like it's kind of mean, and the reason why is because in the very beginning, especially on evasion or energy shield based builds, you're not going to have that much armor, which mitigates the physical damage that you'll be taking. But this guy was actually pretty chill. So now he's going to join us. Let's see how good he is. So I guess if your mercenary dies, even if it's a new mercenary that you hire, they won't join you. Huh. Okay, so I'm learning all these because this just came out today. Like, no one's going to be able to tell you all the things about the mercenaries because it just came out today. Alright, so now you are at the climb. Okay, so now we have this mercenary. I was hoping that we'd get that new one that we got. But I guess since we already revived it, it just tags it as, okay, this person's coming back. And always feel free to replace your life flasks, like this one's an old one. So some of these you have to identify. You can't use unidentified items in PoE. In Diablo, you actually can. Diablo 1 only. The rest of them, you gotta... Oh, also with dash, you can go up and down terrain. Ooh, what's this guy? Oh. Okay, I want to hire this guy. How much gold do we have? All right, 95. So we're fine on gold. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to hire, because there's not really an item that I want. This one's actually okay. It does add some damage, and it gives us regen. Maybe we kill him and just for the extra... I know it sounds strange, but like... It's actually pretty nice to have this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this item.
Come here, little piggy.
But man, they do...
Damn it. Got carried away.
That was ridiculous. Like I said before, these things are way overtuned. Well, it's good to see that. Let's see. Can we like fight him again? Or let's see what happens. So he goes away permanently. Okay, so that's good to know. But like I said, those damage numbers are genuinely way overtuned. And I promise you, they'll be like, all right, we've heard your feedback. It happens like every single time. But that's the reality of, Path of Exile. But either way, even if you want them, to join you, you have to fight them. Or if you want to take the item, you have to fight them anyways. So, like, the idea that, like, maybe we selected something too hard. I mean, I guess we could have not fought him, but I think in general, it's just... You shouldn't make the player die. I believe we got one-shotted. Sometimes you have to go back and check. Maybe it was like 2 hits. But this is a Legion. These are random encounters. Basically, you kill these monsters, and then they will spawn. Again, the first time that you fight them, they don't really fight back. They just kind of are frozen in time. And what you do is you get to kill them, and anything that you kill, you basically get to loot after you kill it again sometimes. Like this guy over here. These turrets are going to be excellent. We should have threw those down. This is a really great thing to have, the little turrets. But yeah, I'm really surprised that they made it that difficult in the very beginning. But again, this game is very difficult. Like I said, that boss that we just, like, that little, like, guy that we fought was harder than, like, the, like, endgame boss. Because the endgame boss, most of the time... Unless your build's really bad, like you're not gonna get really one-shotted. I'm talking about like through the campaign. Like there's certain mechanics like the Maven stuff which will definitely one-shot, but absolutely wild. Alright, so... Unfortunately, those don't have another green. Ooh, we got another Quicksilver Flask. I actually like running 2 Quicksilver Flasks. Oops. So later we won't even need the Mana Flask. Okay, so we can open up the chest and grant ourselves the reward. Ooh, we got an amulet here. Alright, let's see if this is any good. Ooh, we got some cold damage, some more int, and some more regen. Cool. But looks like our mercenary's dead, so we get to revive them. We can go back into town and maybe pick up that new mercenary, clean up our inventory. And you're going to do this quite often in the game, so we can go ahead and get this guy. So we're going to...
You know what? Let me at him.
Okay. So now he has joined our party. We're going to go sell the things to NPC. Let's get rid of all these things that we don't need here. That's fine. We'll get rid of that. This one gives us extra mana regen, so let's see if we can get anything good. So we have physical damage, cast speed, 2 life per hit. That's pretty nice. This one gives us a bunch of int. I don't really need intelligence right now, but there might be a time when we need it, so we can save this. I'm going to get rid of these 2. But we can save it in case I need to have the intelligence met for a certain item. So sometimes it's okay to keep things that have like strength or int. But now we're going to go right back and continue. What happened to my... Oh, so I think since my NPC died, even if I hire a different one... It does not...
My mana is gone.
Revive the previous mercenary. Okay, so now we're going to the lower prison, and there will be a special thing here that we will want to interact with.
There's no justice in a place like this. Only misery.
And that will be brand new. So we'll get the waypoint.
As the prey grows more fierce, so must the hunter.
Pop the potion. Oh, we're frozen here. If you get frozen, it's death a lot of the times in this game. But you can still pop your potion. Oh, there's an amulet with strength. So yeah, keeping 1 amulet with strength and 1 amulet with int, in case you get like an item, like an armor or something, and it's like really good, maybe it has like 4 links, and you're unable to equip it because you don't have the requirements. Because right now we're pretty much just scaling mostly into damage. The thing that I like to get first is this over here, and then we're going to go down and we're going to rush this. This will be super, super good for us. Some turrets over here. This guy's a little bit tanky. If you see any of like the elites, feel free to throw down a bunch of the turrets or any like the blue monsters. So now, oh, well, it went away. We were cursed. There's certain curses in this game that will apply some sort of debuff to you. And so we're coming up to our first trial of Ascendency. So what these are ways for you to get your super class, like an upgraded class. It's really cool. Seems like this NPC is doing a little bit better, but we should always check their inventory to see if we can give them better gear, because I like how you can give them like different gear. It's really awesome. I'm wondering if, like, that one was... Okay.
Choose quickly.
Okay, do we have anything that we want from him? Level of socketed melee gems can be useful for certain people. I don't really need anything he has, but we can go ahead and just take one of these, just because I want to fight all of these just to engage with the new mechanic. But yeah, I want to see how much damage this guy does. Let's see, he did like 10 damage.
Fair's fair.
Like I said... I know I've mentioned it several times, but they do this all the time in PoE. We're like, oh, sorry guys, we've overtuned something, and we'll adjust it. It's like, you could have played that one time and tested it. The other guy was way overtuned. Like, his DPS was crazy. And remember, this one is like 1 level deeper, right? Because the top right, you'll see where it has the monster level. Like, the monster level is increasing as we progress, but that one was way too strong. Maybe I shouldn't have fought him. I don't know. Maybe there's like very special ones. Because he did have a unique, but Still, I don't think it should have been that difficult, considering we fought him one time. It could have been maybe one of his items gave him, I don't know, some extra crit multiplier. I didn't read it, and he just got a really lucky crit. But in general, I've always felt like in action RPGs, crit is kind of like a weird thing to have on monsters, because it makes it hard to have consistency. Alright, important thing. These Trial of Ascendencies, you'll see kind of like this little book. These are kind of like little puzzles that you have to like do. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to wait for these spikes that come out of the ground, and you're supposed to like wait on the side. Oh, they actually take the damage too, okay. But it's fine. We can tank the damage. It's not that big of a deal. Ideally, you don't want to. You want to sit and like wait for the thing to go by. There's going to be several of these so we can get our super class. And if you get hit, you can't move. You can just pop a potion though, and you'll be fine. So once you do that, we can now exit through this way. Again, you just pop a potion. It's not really big a deal. If you are inflicted with what's called bleed, oh wait. Yeah, okay, we're going right. This is a checkered pattern. You can kind of bypass this puzzle though. Just go and dash up the stairs, and you'll bypass doing the mechanic. Fight this, and there we go. And we want to click. We want to make sure that we see that it's completed here. We'll have to do several of these to progress. And now we are going to continue through the lower prison, because that's one of the things that we need. And then we're going to go outside. And if you can find any rings with cold resistance, we are going to want that. And the reason why is because the boss, the like the very end boss of this act, they do cold damage. We're just looking for the exit right now. Oh, also, another thing I should mention is how the flasks get refilled in this game. So unlike some games, like let's say like Diablo, where like your potion has like a cooldown or something, in this game the way that the potions come back is when you kill things. There are special things that can break this rule, but in general that's kind of the rule here. Ooh, we got an iron circlet. We don't have the int for it. Okay. We got another skill point over here, and we're going to grab this last node, and then we're going to actually get HP, and then we're going to... We could also go down this way. You can kind of path however you want to in this game, which is kind of the cool thing with this game. The reason why I like this one because it gives us extra accuracy rating, which we will actually need for what we're going to be doing. But this one's not too bad because it gives us evasion and max life. So there's also another life node there, but I'm going to go this way. I just like to grab this, again, it's the 5% increased movement speed. I know it doesn't sound like much, but over the course of a very long duration, it will matter. And oh, another thing, with most of the flasks in this game, you cannot pop two of the same type. So if I pop, you see these things that say like 40% movement speed. If I pop two of them at the same time, it will not give me 80, as you can see. I just pop both of them. But just pop one at a time, and you want to cycle in between them. Two should be enough to get you through most of the campaign. In terms of the Quicksilver flask, there's times where I'm just like, let's run just 4. But usually you want at least one heal. The mana one, we have to run it for now, like it's mandatory. But later, we don't. Oh, if you see your character bleeding, there's a little icon of, it looks kind of like a guy that's all covered in red. And if you are bleeding, don't move, and you'll take less damage. It's optional if you want to do this. Is this like a secret or something? Oh, there's a switch over here. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see what's... we can identify this. So you can identify this, but I'm not going to, because it will use a scroll of identity. The ones that will be very dangerous, though... Oh, we got a bunch of Quicksilver flasks. Cool. Now, so you'll see that some of these have an item level. The higher item levels sometimes can be better, because it will give you... I mean, actually, we can maybe list these. Sometimes in the very beginning, you can sell Quicksilver flasks for, like, a Orb of Alchemy or Alteration. People just want to run like 2 or 3. And we'll talk more about how to like list items to sell in the game later down the line, but for now I just want to kind of progress.
Crack the whip.
So yeah, right now what we're going to focus in on is getting what's called precise technique, and then after we get that like big node, we're going to get big damage, and then what we're going to focus in on is solving mana, so we don't have any mana problems. Defenses, honestly, with Path of Exile, you'll get them later. The reason why is it's much better just to die a couple times in the campaign. Oh, wait, it shows you what you get for the rewards? That's actually really good. That's brand new. That's a new update. That's awesome. Unfortunately, our guy died. I don't know how he died. What did he die to? But this should be dropping to Orb Alchemy. The very end over here. Oh, so if you identify it, does it then show you the rewards? Ah, that's really cool. I don't know how our other guy died. Looks like we're probably going to have to replace these mercenaries every once in a while. And the reason why is because, well, they just kind of get out-leveled by the environment. I like how instead of bone saw, it's saw bones. Bone saw is like a character from Spider-Man. One of like the first Spider-Man movies. There's actually a lot of references in Path of Exile to other movies and stuff. Like Jigsaw is in the game. Some of these kind of like other endgame maps, but yeah, there's Jigsaw, there's Jason, Freddy Krueger, and then what we're looking for is the Warden's quarters. We probably should go. Can we do this? And then will it revive him? No. Okay, so there's going to be a boss coming up over here, and if we want to go back to town, we could. I want our guy to come back, and then I also want to get rid of some stuff out of the inventory if I can. Because we're kind of clogged up, and also we can do this. We'll talk more about this later. What this is, you can list items for like what I can do. I guess we can kind of show. We can say negotiable price on all items, and I'll put like 1 chaos orb, and then anything I put in here will be listed for like that price. And if you're wondering what's a chaos orb, we'll talk more about that later. I just want to do this for now. This way we can just kind of speed through the campaign. And if we have any upgrades on flasks, we can always look at that. This one has hybrid. So let's see if we can run this. Ooh, okay, we got 50 armor, 50 evasion. Cool. We don't have the strength, though. Now, if I want to get strength, remember I was saying we can keep an amulet for it. Boom, we got an amulet right there. It's got the strength. So that's why I like to keep those. We actually got another support gem. We could add cold damage to our attack. We get projectiles, faster attacks. The added cold damage one is really good. Whoops, I got the wrong one. Wait, hold on. Go back to the added cold. We ended up getting lesser projectiles, but what we want is added cold damage. And so what I want to do is add the cold damage to the ice shot. So instead of the Mirage Archer or Volley, I'm gonna do this one over here because the Mirage Archer will clean up trash anyways.
Hello.
Ideally, we'd just be able to run all of them. So we're gonna throw these in here.
Goodbye.
I'm just gonna throw this in here for now. We're gonna keep those. And then I think we can actually maybe get a better bow. Let's see if we can get a better bow, and then we can use that other currency that I want to show you guys. So I just want the bow to have as much damage as possible. 6 to 16. It's pretty low, but it is a white bow. Let's see other NPCs if they have anything. Yeah, sometimes you can check the other NPCs. This one will usually only have like wands. And then this one, you can use your gold. Let's see how much these cost. Oh, they don't cost that much. Let's go with random bow. Okay, we got a blue, which you think, oh, 8 to 33, that's good, right? Well, the thing is that we actually want it to be white. And the reason why is that we can get maybe a bunch of different mods that would make it much better. Now, global accuracy and increased light radius, it doesn't give us numbers for damage. That's what we want. We can use what's called an alteration, and it will reroll all the blue things, which that could be a good thing. You can also add more modifiers to blue items. So you see, we just got 15 to 31 fire damage. That's a good one. So I actually wouldn't mind keeping this one because this one has what's called a hybrid mod, which is that accuracy light radius. So that one's actually not bad because this will add way more damage. Plus it's got the linkage already set up. So I can just run this right here, boom. And then we're going to be good to go. And we have some extra DPS. Now I can throw this one over here. And sometimes you got to move stuff around. And let's go ahead and sell all this stuff because we don't need this anymore. We don't need this. The iron ring, let's see what it rolls. Ooh, that's actually good. Oh, it gives us cold res. That's actually really awesome. The reason why cold res is good is because the cold res will give us good stats against the boss. What I want to try to do is get a sapphire ring now, and the reason why is we're coming up to a boss. So if we can see any sapphire rings or rings with specifically cold resistance, it's not a bad idea to start picking these up. I'm just going to save what we got right now, and then we can keep on going. Because this, even though we are doing cold damage, that like just the flat numbers is just a really big thing. And then we're going to revive.
Am I not strong enough as I am?
Oh, is this when we have to...
Don't leave all
okay, there we go. So I'm wondering, do these guys still say that low level? Okay, so this is level 6, and we're level 11. Oh, so they definitely want you to replace these. I guess he doesn't come back until we get to the next zone. Still tied to it. Alright, but by the way, Act 1 is the longest act in the entire game. Oh, we have this. We're going to grab this essence for sure here. Remember now, we only have the... one arrow, but I still like having this little like archer that goes above us, which really helps out. But if you want to have the volley support, go for it. You might only have 2, so you might only be able to run 2, but ideally try to get 3 as quickly as possible. You know, then you'll get 4, then you'll get 5. You want all these certain things linked.
I'm not up to that just yet.
But don't feel like if I have a certain item that you also have to have it. It's just like, if I get it, I'm going to use it. If you get it, you're going to use it. But if I get a drop that's like too crazy, that's like super, super, super rare, I'm not going to do it. But like, getting a 3 link isn't that big of a deal. What the heck? Our damage is crazy.
My mana is gone.
Okay. Let's see what he drops. Got 2 items. Cool.
For any wounded animal, Brutus.
So now let's keep on going. Now we're going to the Prisoner's Gate. And then now, we can see if we have any scrolls. Okay, ooh, that's good. This is good. Now, we want to move Dash somewhere, so we're going to keep Dash over there. And then, let's see if this helm is good. We got cold res, that's good. Remember I was saying cold resistance, good. And we're going to move the Dash back over there. Sometimes you just have to move stuff. And at this point, if you want it, pick up random items to sell to the NPC for extra scrolls of wisdom, you can. But within, like, the first act, you do it in the start, but later... you don't really need to do it anymore. It's just in the very beginning. You need those scrolls of identity, and it helps out. Oh, this is a 90. What do we have? Oh, we have 90. Oh, we got our first fire quiver. Cool. Now, again, we don't really want fire damage, but it's better than nothing because it's just flat damage. We're going to throw this on this and get some extra damage. So you can see we added some extra HP, some resistances. What do we get? Oh, cold res. Cool. Again, we want to try to get as much cold resistance as possible. Actually, do we have... we have another support gem here. We have ice. See, we can get extra projectiles with the shrapnel ballista. Oh. So our guy kind of got destroyed. Oh, we have faster attacks. I want to run faster attacks instead of the, let's say, momentum support. Let's go with that. Oh, this one drops an alchemy. That's really good. I like having at least 3 arrows. It makes the game feel way better. But later we will get that. Okay, there's another strength. That's a perfect roll. 30 is the max roll on an amulet. So that's cool. Yeah, our damage is absolutely fantastic now. I want to grab every single pair of boots that you get until you get boots with movement speed. Always pick them up and just hope that they drop with the stuff that you want. I have another skill point. Yeah, now we're going to get some extra defensive stats, but it's mostly pathing towards what we need. Oh, I'll watch out for some enemies. Like this one over here, when they die, or when they do certain attacks, there's going to be some like AoE on the floor. So over there, that gets blocked, and we need to look for the other exits, which might be over here. Cool, we got a scroll wisdom. But looks like our NPC guy died. So yeah, I mean, I like that they join you, but the fact that they don't level up with you, I feel like is kind of lame. I feel like how it should work is... I bet you they'll change it too. Again, the first week of Path of Exile, when there's a new like season, they're constantly adjusting things. It's almost... It's like 100% of the time it's always overtuned, and then they're like, okay, we heard player feedback, we'll reduce the monster's HP, or we'll remove the amount of modifiers that make it too hard. That's why Path of Exile is always seen as not a beginner-friendly game. I remember there was like the goats in Act 1 were so bad in one season that even like the top tier players were just dying to them, And it's just they overtune this game a lot versus undertune in terms of difficulty, and then they crank it down is usually what happens. And then as far as rewards, usually, I mean, they never really nerf the rewards. Like as the thing goes on, they usually buff up the rewards because people say it's like not rewarding to do it. And like this one, I will tell you for sure it is rewarding. Like there's no doubt about it. What that was, by the way, if you see these little like hearts, that's like what's called a Vol side area. We're not going to engage in any of those because it's not really necessary and really useful now. We see any of these red, blue, green. We still want to get these chromatic orbs though. These are still worth picking up for now. Oh, again, any pair of boots, as long as we can equip them. These ones we can't equip because it requires strength. I do have that amulet that does give us strength, but okay, we can revive them if we want to. But I think they give us a decent amount of gold too, and like the fact that we can use the Gamba and get the upgrade was quite nice. I liked that a lot. Alright, so from the Prisoner's Gate, we want to go to the ship graveyard, and we're going to look for an NPC called Fargraves. And then we got another skill point. We're going to get this extra HP. So ideally you want to try to get the waypoint, because the waypoint here is almost always right next to the NPC that you need to talk to, which is Fargraves. We don't need to talk to him right now. We just know that he's up and to the right. We're going to go into the broken ship. This is where we want to go. Here we go. The ship graveyard cave. And we're going to be looking for
I'm not up to that just yet.
a girl, and she will give us the item that we need to progress the game state. It's a green item. So that's the icon for bleeding, by the way. If you stop moving, you will take less damage while you're bleeding. I will not be stopping for that mechanic in the gameplay for the most part. The reason why is I'm just going to pop a flask. I'm just explaining how the... Okay, so now... Oh, yeah, let's see if she has anything better. Not really. I mean, I just want to... Oh, that's actually kind of nice. Whoa, 33 strength and increase Ellie? I mean, there's probably not going to be something that's better than that for a while. It's not bad. I mean, the character's not very good, though. But they are level 12. Let's just go... I want to hire them. Replace.
I don't miss.
Let's see if this boss is hard. I'm still honestly more salty that we died in the campaign, but it's because of that one boss. Like, look at this. This is like not even the same.
You got the drop on me. Won't
Like in terms of
happen again.
damage. Okay. So again, with some of these strong boxes, if they have like the mod where it freezes you, I'll be honest, you're probably dead. But if you just pop a potion, you can be immune to freeze later. But oh, we got a sapphire ring. That's good. We want to pick up all the sapphire rings, and this one was a yellow. Ooh, we got some extra damage to it. Oh wow, this is fantastic. Get some extra accuracy on it. What else did it have? Actually, 2 rolls of damage and then 2 life on hit. Awesome. But it looks like how they want you to use these mercenaries is constantly replacing them. But I think that they should just at least level up. I'm not asking for them to get way better gear, but if they outclass so fast in the earlier stages of the game, then I feel like it makes your mechanic a little bit less engaging. Let's see if this is any good. We upgrade. So if you want to see if you're getting an upgrade, if you hit C as in cat, you can open up this. Click on the skill that you're using, which is our case, eye shot. Well, right now it's not going to show the damage because we have all the links are in here, but we can just look at the basic attack, and it'll be slightly accurate. So you can look at the default attack, right? So we have 193. This is 224. So it says that it's better. Now, if we go to 193 and I do eye shot here, and I click on eye shot, what is it? 324. And the reason why... Oh, okay, this one is still going to be better. The reason why I was going to mention that is because it has increased elemental damage, and if it's just counting the physical damage, then it wouldn't matter. But this one is still the better choice here. For now. Alright, so what we're looking for in here is the slave girl. This enemy will slow you down. So throw a bunch of traps, and then just attack, and then it'll go down. And now we go talk to the slave girl, and then we get the all flame. Now, I probably wouldn't recommend using... Oh, wait, this is it's a blue. I was going to say, if it's a white, then we can... Alchemy. But the reason why is you can trade the Orb of Alchemy for something much better. We already have 2 Orbs of Alchemy, which is great. So now that we get the item, we talk to Fairgraves, and then he's going to want to fight us. Let's throw... He talks for a little bit, and then we get to fight him. And then this is the quest, the Marooned Mariner. But I like having this little, like, NPC here. Kind of fights alongside us. And I gotta remember, you can actually heal your NPC. Let's grab this strapped leather and see if it's an upgrade. We have... Ooh, that's a big chunk of HP. But the thing is that it doesn't have those links that we want. So sometimes you have to decide, do you want the extra DPS or do you want the evasion over here? I'm going to personally take the Shrapnel Ballista. We'll run it with extra faster attacks, and then that'll be good. And then we're going to keep on going down. We'll get the extra attack speed soon. And then we don't really need this anymore. Well, we can keep leveling up the volley if I had another one. You can also swap weapons, equip an item, and then also still level up the gem. And if I get a 4-link, I will definitely put volley back in. But I don't really like removing Mirage Archer because it lets you kind of just walk and you see things just die. Makes it very nice. Volley and lesser multiple projectiles actually decrease your damage. It's a small decrease, but the added cold damage is too good. So from the ship graveyard, again, after we've killed them, the Fargraves, we have the Cavern of Wrath. We can actually go back into town here. And the reason why we're going to go back into town is to get rid of all the garbage in our inventory. And then see if we can get another Sapphire Ring before we fight the final boss. And also check out any other rewards that we may have for quests. Okay, so now we got another reward. Now we can get Lightning Arrow, Reeve, Poisonous Concoction, Elemental Hit, Siege Ballista. Siege Ballista is great as well. I actually really like Siege Ballista. Siege Ballista as well as Lightning Arrow is fantastic for the way that it hits. I'm going to take Lightning Arrow, and I think we have another Scroll of Wisdom. Let's see if we can get... well, there we go. Sapphire Ring. Boom. Right there. We're good. And then also, I did want that... I want that other one. So we have Shrapnel Ballista, but I want Siege Ballista because this one, it has way better range, and so that's why I want to swap to that one. And then we're going to sell all the other garbage that we don't need anymore. And then since we got that other essence over here, which is the Essence of Contempt, you can see where it says, where does it say? Ring? Or other jewelry, we get physical. So I'm going to throw this on the Sapphire Ring. It's going to make it from a white to a yellow. And we've got increased physical damage, which is great. We also got... Dex is okay. Honestly, the ring is not the most amazing, but again, it's a sapphire ring, so on the top it has the implicit of cold resistance. Like any sapphire ring, with the exception of maybe some corrupted or some other items that are exceptional to the rule, it will almost always have that cold resistance. Now I'm going to move the Siege Ballista to the Shrapnel Ballista. So no more Shrapnel Ballista, we have Siege Ballista, and no more Ice Shot. We play now with Lightning Arrow. Now if you want to play the other one, it's fine. Lightning Arrow, how it works is it hits one target and then does damage to 2 of the other targets to the side of it. So it's way better for leveling. If you want to use Ice Shot, be my guest, you can play with Ice Shot through the whole game. As long as it's elemental damage, technically you can go physical as well. I can show you how to convert it real quick. But there's all these other gems here. These gems are actually pretty important for something that we're going to get. These are called auras. So if you type in the word aura here, it's going to reserve our maximum mana. So it's going to reduce our maximum mana, but in return we get a permanent buff. The ones that, do we have 2? Okay, we have, okay, oh, this is transmute. Okay, so the 2 buffs that I really want to focus in on, dang, I wish we had another socket here. I don't happen to have another socket, so I might have to go buy another item that has a socket that is green. Or I can randomize the color and maybe get the green one that I want. So you always have options in this game, which is really cool. We got another reward here. Oh, it gives us precision over here from a quest. But what we want, we can actually sell this now. So we can go sell and then get rid of 1 precision because we don't need more than 1. You don't really want to stack them like that. This is 8 to 33. And it's pretty much the same. This one only has 1 offensive mod on it. I'm going to alch one of these just to show you guys what we can maybe get. I think, if anything, because our gloves are okay, the boots are really bad here. Do we have any boots? So for some boots. Okay. We're going to run this one just because it has specifically the colors that we need. We need 1 more green, and then we have... Oh, we need a blue now. So, This one over here has armor and energy shield as its base. So armor usually correlates to red, energy shield correlates to blue, and evasion rating is going to be green most of the time. So if I use the chromatic orb, I have a chance to maybe get a blue or a red. And technically you can get any, but more than likely it's going to be blue or red. Oh, we got blue first try, cool. Now I can't run this right now because I don't have the int, but later we'll hopefully be able to run that. Oh, did this give us, oh, that gave us the int. Oh, cool, then I can run this right now. And I'll show you what the auras do, which is awesome. Okay, now let's go sell this other item because we don't need this anymore. And then now he gives us a passive point for doing the Marooned Mariner. And then we're going to get this. If you really want to push for the strength, this one will give you strength and pretty much this is the only node that you'll really need to get for most of the game. And then now we have all these NPCs. Cool. This is the one that we have though, right? Okay, so we have Reserve Revive. Okay, and oh, you can still take the items off. Let me see.
What's our next move?
So you can replace them. Ah, okay. Oh, if you replace it once, it's perma. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's good to know. Okay. So that will basically override whatever they have in their slot. But now I'm going to go and see if we can get this. Yeah, I can get this right here. And I'm going to use an orb of ooh, actually, if we alchemy this, I don't have a 3-link anymore. So that's bad. It's not worth it.
Farewell.
Okay, I was going to alch this, which would convert it into a yellow, but I don't have. If we get a jeweler's orb, I'll try and we can see if we can get it. But we're going to go back. I don't think we made a portal. I think we just had the waypoint. Again, Merville's Cavern is the area that we were at, or the Cavern of Wrath. So let's go continue and fight the final boss. And important, go to your defenses and check for your you can see my cold resistance is 75 right now. Honestly, 2 rings at like 25 each will be good enough. But it will make things way easier. Oh, speaking of easier, we have the auras activating now. So you can see the auras, see here our mana is reduced, right? Our maximum mana is reduced. So what do the 2 auras that we activated do? So precision gives us extra crit. It also gives us increased accuracy. We're using it just for the accuracy. The crit will come later in the build. We're actually going to take something called Precise Technique that removes our crit completely, but it's super worth it. There's nothing in the game that competes with just this. It's almost free, and I say almost because you still have to get enough stats to make it work, but it is so good. So now our turrets are way better because they're not limited to like 2 inches, which is how the shrapnel ballista works. But now we're just gonna go kill everything and kind of move towards the boss, and then we'll get to the next act, which is going to be Act 2. Almost done. And once again, we'll be streaming this game pretty often throughout this entire week. So again, if you guys are going to throw this thing up because I made this earlier today. Oh, it does cover up my HP. But basically, it'll show you all the rewards that you guys can get. Again, completely for free by just coming to my Twitch stream. It's not something that I made. It's something that Path of Exile does for the community. So if you watch any Path of Exile streamer, as long as they have the drops enabled, I don't know why people wouldn't. It's only on Twitch, by the way, so if you want to watch me on YouTube, that's fine. But if you're watching live, definitely head on to Twitch. And also make sure that you guys connect your Path of Exile account with your Twitch account. Otherwise, these rewards will not work. And if you do subscribe on Twitch with a gifted sub, you do get these portals. The portals are probably the coolest cosmetic, but that one technically you have to pay for. But that's a limited time thing, again, for any content creator that has it enabled. Very good stuff indeed. But let's go ahead and now continue. But yeah, there's 2 free cosmetics. One of them is kind of cool. When you kill an elite, like their soul comes out, and the other one changes up the. Oh, let's see. This one might be an upgrade. Oh, we have a 3-link over here. Maybe we can move the links. So sometimes you have to look at an item. Ooh, like this has got extra fizz damage. Unfortunately, we can't add any more stats because unless we scour it and then we modify it more. We're gonna see if this is an upgrade. Whoops, we don't need that one. It's this one. I usually like to put the portal and the portal on the very top. This way, when you're in battle, if you need to rapidly go back, it kind of helps out. So this gives us way more evasion. It gives us some regen and more cold res. And what's cool is it gives us, we can put that volley support back in here. And now we get to run the faster attacks and the volley support on that. Unless there was something else we wanted to add into it. But yeah, good stuff. Oh, we have another skill point to throw in, and we're just going to get this dexterity. And we're going to go straight to this. So this is the thing I was talking about. So as long as our accuracy is more than our HP, which is it's super easy to do. All we need to do is basically play precision, and we're done. Like, there's really nothing else that goes into it. And these also level up, but as these level up, they can eat more mana, maximum mana. So what Clarity does is gives us more regen, and then the other one, oh wow, our damage is like crazy high, like it genuinely just. Remember how I was saying that one like random boss is stronger than like the act boss? Again, I think that's crazy. But I like how we can use this ability. Actually, can I put it on left click and see how it works? Oh, you can't. I have to manually push it. It's almost like I'm playing a minion build at this point. Yeah, you can't. Oh, they got destroyed. Alright, let's throw down these shrapnel ballistas. Where's the... Sometimes it helps to even find the boss. So, as far as Merville goes, the boss fight is relatively easy. Just don't stand in any of the tornadoes that are shooting out on the ground. As long as it's just not that one mercenary, we'll be fine. And we're good. Take that. And then now we go to the Southern Force, and we're almost done with the first act. The first entire...
Just what I needed.
Is this the same guy?
Choice.
None of these are good. But I do want to... I just kind of want to hire these characters just to see like if they're good. So we're just going to replace... Oh, okay. Level 4. Okay. So yeah, it permanently makes him go away. Let's see if this guy's hard. Okay. Okay, cool. See, that was like reasonable. It's just that one guy, man. The reason why is I usually like to complete the campaign with 0 deaths, because you can type in /deaths, and most of the time you can, as long as you have to kind of know what you're doing in Path of Exile, but I think that thing was just crazy overtuned. But most of the time, dying like 10-20 times in the campaign is totally fine, actually. It's because you want to scale as much damage as possible. These are triple link white gloves. Ooh, okay, let's pick these up. And then what we're going to use is, we have, okay, I'm going to use the Orb of Alchemy. I wouldn't recommend this, though. I would recommend just trading the Orb of Alchemy. You can get, like, a unique, like, Noctonial Caress or something. We're going to upgrade these. And then what we're going to do is, the reason why I want these is there's 3 linked. We have life per enemy killed. Okay. Nothing really too good in terms of like stats. I mean, ideally on gloves, your offensive stats that we would want to lock in would be the stats that you would want to try to shoot for is like attack speed, flat damage to attacks, like flat cold damage, and then just more resistances. And later we can get something called like Rage on Hit too. Okay, we got a Jeweler's Orb. Okay. So I can show off this, because remember how I was thinking about upgrading this. I need it to be 3 sockets. Now this will randomize the sockets from 1 to 6. We only got 3. Now they're not linked. Can we link it? Now this is what a refusing does. I wouldn't recommend using this either. I'm just trying to show you guys to teach you. Cool, I got through the first try. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can get any better mods. So we have... Ooh, the thing is this is 15 to 31. It's way higher than all these combined. So it bricked. Now, could I still like re-roll it? Yeah, there's other items to do it, but is it worth it? Nah. At some point in items, especially like earlier on, usually it's just like you throw it. It's like just trash. And the reason why is I would not want to use a Chaos Orb to completely re-roll that thing, because it's not good enough. Right now we're going to look for the entrance to the town, and that will wrap up our first act play session. Alright, let's go. Alright, now we're in Act 2. So, congratulations, you've made it to Act 2. We've got 10 more to go, but talk to all the NPCs. And more importantly, what I want to show you guys also is make sure you see where it says Act 1 as far as the quest completed. The ones that are important that you do need to do. Medicine chest 1 is optional, but the one that you need to do is Dweller in the Deep, and then also Marooned Mariner. And the reason why is these granted us skill points, and I want to make sure you guys have the same amount of skill points. And again, everything will be in the pin, and there's going to be timestamps, just like this is my older video, but it has all of the timestamps for those very specific quests, and those will all be labeled, so it's really easy for you guys. Now also, I will also include what's called the PoE Ninja. So this is a website where you can basically copy and paste your build, and it'll show you the exact pieces of gear that I had. Now, like this is from last season, so well, the one that you'll get will look a little bit different because this is it'll be this one over here, because sometimes we may have leveled up, we may have gotten a different node, our items might be a little different, but it's like 99% the same. I got lucky last time I got a gold rim hat, but for the most part, it's going to be identical. But I will also link those, and in case I was too fast with the passes or anything, feel free to let me know if I missed on anything that you guys were maybe confused on. Let me know, and I'll try to answer you guys via the comments. But we're going to be blazing through this. And so far, it's actually a pretty rewarding league. Like, genuinely, like, the fact that we have some alchemies already that we've been playing around with, and then on top of that, we got a really good bow, and I kind of like the little mercenary. It's fun, it's fun. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and again, follow me on Twitch. We'll be live streaming pretty much this entire weekend, and you guys can get your free items. Anyways, take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, and if you're new here, subscribe if you guys want to continue watching the full playthrough. Anyways, take care, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, Path of Exile gamers.